Just before we start, here's what we are working with for this video. I have got a fresh cup of coffee, Leon Organic Dark Roast. So good, so good. If you find this in your local supermarket, give it a shot. It is really nice. I've been trying some stuff I've got from Italy, and I just wanted a little bit of a break, so I got myself a pack of this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then there's this Schlunder, I think that's how you pronounce it, cappuccino liqueur cake. This goes so well with this and this. It's yeah. Can my day get any better? Let's do this. Hey folks, Bada Bing here, back with the VFC MP5 SMG. There might be one or two parts missing. So now you have returned to the saga of the HK slapping device. Okay, you might have seen my post a while ago. I purchased a genuine HK cocking support tube, and that also came with the handle. Unfortunately, it's not a direct fit. Now, this may be the case with other VFC MP5s, the gas blowback version. Yeah, it's not directly compatible. Not with mine anyway. I have heard stories of other people's VFC MP5s where genuine H&K charging support tubes are able to be installed and you don't get any issues at all. But on here, unfortunately, I'm not that lucky. So, let's take a look on the business end and see what we have. Okay, there we have the charging support tube on the inside, and unfortunately, that's as far as it goes. At this present moment in time, that's jammed in that position. It cannot go any further forward, and it must go forward because it has an internal detent and spring, which is supposed to go straight through that ring that runs along the inside of the receiver, so that when you point the MP5 upwards, it's not going to disconnect the charging tube and it'll fall backwards. It's supposed to prohibit that. Unfortunately, the real H&K charging support tube is just a little bit too thick for the VFC MP5, and it's getting jammed in this position. So I try and pull back the working parts. It's not having it at all. It is fixed shut. So when the entire MP5 is assembled and you've got the bolt carrier group in there and all that stuff, and then you slap it home, it just jammed itself right here. You have to get something in the end to bash it out or really pull back on the stick. But as it is, that's not happening because, yeah, it's completely jammed in there. So I got to shave off a little bit of material so that the charging tube can correctly seat all the way forward. So let's give it a shot. Don't mind me, fellas. I'm just enjoying this on your behalf. Oh God. I can't believe my luck. And here we are, the H&K charging tube inside the VFC MP5. Beautiful. It's all been modified, it's all in there, and look, effortless, just effortless. So how did I do it? Well, glad you asked. Let's take you through it. So as you know, that internal ring that's surrounding the internal cocking tube, the cocking support tube, that was prohibiting the charging tube from going all the way forward into battery, and because it was a pretty tight squeeze in there, it was just jamming it in. So it couldn't move backwards, it couldn't move forwards, it was just jamming up. So I had to remove some material from the inside with my trusty Dremel in order for that to happen. As you can imagine, it's extremely difficult to get it in and to grind off material on the inside. It's a major job, and you can't really see how you're progressing. You can't see how much material you're removing. It's super awkward. So what I did was, because I'm not going to take this bad boy out, because that roll pin that's in there, yeah, I had to beast that to get it in place. So I'm not going to get that out anytime soon. However, I'll show you on the VFC. What I did was I got a felt tip pen and then just pretty much coloured everything in on the nose of this thing, and then installed it back into the MP5. HK slapped it a few more times just to get that wear pattern through the pen, stripped it out, and then I was able to see that it had marks not too dissimilar to this. So all I did was, really, I took a Dremel and very slowly rounded it off here. Not a lot, just I took my time with it. I was extra smooth, and then just wore it off around here, and that did the trick. I was really concerned to begin with that it would just look totally awful. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because you can see it here, and it goes all the way around the other side. I treated it with some black grate polish, plus with some lubrication on it as well. It doesn't look too bad, right? But anyway, okay, final piece of the puzzle. I had to get that roll pin in. That right there, super pain in the ass that was. I don't know where my punches were, so I had to improvise, and that kind of explains what happened here. Yeah, I don't want to go into it, but anyway, it's all in place. So let's get the handguard on. That's good stuff. Okay, and here we are. It's all in place. It looks great, and it feels great too. Oh yes, and hey, look, Surefire 628, I've done a review on this bad boy recently. Go and check that out. The card's just up here. Awesome piece of kit that is. Anyway, yeah, HK charging tube is in place. Should you upgrade your VFC MP5 with one of those? Maybe. On mine, obviously, it took some work to get it in there. Yours, you may have difficulty doing the same. As I said, some people have dropped it right in and it was fine, but I can only speak from my experience, which is here. Or alternatively, you can pick up the WE Apache cocking tube. That one goes straight in and it works fine, so that's that option. The original VFC, I don't think they make these in steel. This one certainly isn't. Don't know about ones which are rolling out of the factory now. I don't know. Since my versus video with the VFC MP5 and the WE MP5, you can just see the amount of wear that this thing has gone through over the past few months. It survived, yeah, but yeah, you can tell it's taken a battering. How much more life this would have had if I kept it in there, no idea. But I think this is a good move for me. Much rather have something which I know is going to last, and I like to think that this one will. Okay, well, that about does it from me. Thank you very, very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in a bit.